The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
First of all, give credit to Tusculum and Coach Carter. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in the same season, and they just pulled it off. We tried a little different things than we normally would. Backed out of the press, got in the zone quite a bit. Kind of paid off in the first half, but then they turned around and made quite a few threes in the second half, 15 all total, 15 and 43. And I think they broke the SAC record for tournament play at home the other night, and then re-broke it because going back since we've been playing in this facility, I think the most threes made by any team has been 9. And so you kind of take a gamble on that, and they made us pay by hitting those big threes, especially down the stretch and in the fourth quarter. So, proud of my team. I thought they fought, but again, against Tusculum, we just didn't make the big enough plays down the stretch to kind of get a W, and their players did.
You obviously up by 7 going into the break. What was the talk in the locker room as you came back out in the second half?
Well, we felt like we had missed opportunities, first of all, in how we had played. And with Tusculum, it's always been, one of our turnovers might turn an easy bucket for them, or an offensive rebound turns into points for them. And we had a 10-point lead, but, Torrey came in, hit 3 big threes, and we built a 10-point lead, and we didn't really build off of it. And that's just something that's happened with Tusculum. We get a double-figure lead in every game we've played with them, and we just can't continue to go and get a bigger lead. It's like they're always coming back. Again, credit to them. They were 5 of 25 from the 3, so we felt good about that in terms of our game plan and how we were playing. But then, and we didn't stay in the zone. We went man and zone back and forth. The only thing we didn't go back to is our press, which is something that we do all the time until late when we had to. Maybe we should have, maybe we shouldn't. I just didn't think we looked good in the press early on in terms of trying to contain long. And so, zone worked for a while, but eventually if you're shooting enough open looks and you're a pretty good shooter, you're going to make them, and they certainly did.
Braylon Michael, frustrating day for her. What did Tusculum do to slow her down?
I mean, it's guard her hard, they've got good enough foot speed, especially if long's on her, to try to stay in front. We are a really good three-point shooting team, and they almost make as many as we attempt. But we were kind of baiting them to shoot threes, and then, again, they make the 15 out of 43. We only attempt 19 and make 6, and Braylon doesn't make any. She goes 0 for 2, and it's simply because she's getting chased off the line and she's not able to get looks.
When you look at this game, turnovers, again, 10 second-half turnovers, they converted to 12 second-half points, or points off turnovers in the second half.
Yeah.
You don't get a point off of a turnover in the second half at all. What changed in your eyes from the first half to the second half?
Well, I honestly, it's hard to kind of figure out what just happened in terms of, when we started out the third quarter, we got to stop, then we turn it over, they go down, we get a defensive rebound we should have had, we don't get it, or at least I felt like we should from my angle down here. They get it, and it turns into a 3. That's what's happened every game that we've played against Tusculum in the second half. Is we've got that 7-point lead. We have an opportunity to build on it, or at least get a shot opportunity. If we don't get one, and just like that, it's back to a 4-point game. It's 2 possession, and it was ebbs and flows at that point from there on out. But to only turn it over 7 times in the first half, and then have those 10 blunders in the second half, those are keys that it's just hurt us every time we've played them.
Turn your attention to the selection show now. You've had some games like this. You've lost to Tusculum now 3 times this season. You don't get a chance to play for a conference tournament championship. What do you want your team to think about over the next 25, 26 hours before that selection show to get their minds right, knowing that at this point it's one game and the season's over, and for a couple of them their careers are done?
Yeah, we had a real short talk in the locker room because, again, you kind of look at the numbers and you're still trying to figure out how you're walking out with an 8-point loss. Free throws obviously kept us in it, and we shot the ball pretty well from there and did a good job of getting to the free throw line. But, if we're fortunate enough to make it, we'll have to regroup. I think we're in a pretty good position to where they know that this is not going to be their last game that they play. It would have been nice to make it to the championship game. Obviously, that's what we wanted to do. Didn't pan out for us, and it'll be a long ride home and a long night. But tomorrow we'll have to turn our attention to the selection show. Hopefully, be selected as an at-large, find out where it's at, and then start preparing for our next opponent, and trying to put this one behind us. It's hard when you lose to the same team 3 times, and that just really should not happen. So again, credit goes to Tusculum for being able to pull that off. I don't know this I can't remember the last time we lost to the same team in one season or 3 times. So it's kind of hard to assess it right now, what we just kind of allowed to happen to some degree and what Tusculum did to us. So we'll be fine moving forward. I think they're hurting right now, but luckily it probably won't be our last game.